Hi, I'm Rick with PLP Battery Supply, or plpbattery.com, and we're going to talk today just a little bit about winter battery maintenance. This is going to be something that is applicable to your seasonal use batteries, typically car batteries, batteries that are used every day in vehicles. In the wintertime, it's not a big deal what you have to do to maintain them other than keep them clean, keep them checked, just regular vehicle maintenance. But if you have seasonal use batteries, if you have a motorcycle, if you have a boat, if you have a garden tractor or a lawnmower that has a battery in it, it's easy to put those things away in the fall and not think about them until you get ready to break them out in the spring and use them again. If you're going to do that, you can make your battery live a lot longer if you do just a couple of simple things. It basically just boils down to three things. If it's a battery that has access to the electrolyte, in other words, if it's not a sealed maintenance-free battery, then this is probably going to be lawnmower batteries. Well, it could be any of them, but it's generally more common in lawnmower batteries and motorcycle batteries that have older conventional style batteries in them. Check the electrolyte level, make sure it's up where it needs to be. So don't put it away for the winter with low electrolyte. Make sure the electrolyte level is good. Beyond that, one of the tips that we give people that is useful is clean the battery, because grime on a battery conducts current, and it'll drain a battery if it's got grease and grime on the top of the battery, particularly between the terminals. You can actually usually take a probe and you can find current running between the terminals on the top of the battery just through the grease and the grime. All you really need to do is, sometimes you can leave it in the piece of equipment, sometimes you can take it out, might be easier. It's not an extensive, difficult thing to do. We normally just tell people, spray it down with some household cleaner, something like Fantastic, 409, whatever your preference is, just to cut through the grease and then hose it off. It's not difficult. Once you've got it clean and you're ready to put it away, you need to charge the battery before you put it away for the winter. And then over the winter, if you're not going to keep it on a maintainer, then charge it once every 90 days. So typically, if you'll charge it before you put it away for the winter, maybe once midwinter, and then throw it on the charger before you put it in the equipment in the springtime, all you need to do, and that's going to keep your battery in good shape. The enemy of a battery when it's not being used is self-discharge. And when a battery gets low, then it's prone to sulfating. And once it starts to sulfating, that's basically an irreversible process. There's a lot of information and misinformation out there in the world about sulfation and how you can reverse it and how you can, restore dead batteries. Yeah, don't count on any of that. Prevent sulfation in the first place by keeping the battery charged up. If you want to invest some money in a maintainer, there's a multitude of products on the market. Most of them are similar to these guys that we have here. These are all available from PLP Battery. These are all in the range of about 700 or 800 milliamps, or 0.7, 0.8 of an amp, up to about an amp, or in some cases an amp and a half. That's all you need for a maintainer. What these do is they are not designed to charge a battery up from dead. They are designed to maintain a battery at full charge after you charge it up with a larger charger. They all work pretty much the same way. They're voltage regulated. They charge the battery up to a certain level, and some of them will sit there and float the battery at that level constantly. Others will charge it up, turn off, and let it drop to a predetermined set point, and then they charge it back up. They kind of go through another charge cycle. They all accomplish the same thing. They're all basically in the same price range. Any of these things are available for, you might find some out there for as little as around 30 bucks, but generally you're in the $30 to $40 price range. I think all of these guys are probably within $1 or $2 being $35. These are good investments if you have especially high-priced batteries. If you're maintaining a battery in a collector vehicle, for example, I would absolutely have one of these. If you're maintaining a high-priced motorcycle power sports battery, a lot of these batteries are $150 now. You want to have, you don't want to let that battery go to seed just because you're not paying attention to it in the wintertime. So same thing with a boat battery. Boat batteries now are also a big investment. So maintainers are really good in those situations where you've got batteries that you want to take care of. So just to recap on the winter battery maintenance for the seasonal use batteries, if they have, if you can access the electrolyte and fill them, then make sure they're full. The electrolyte levels are where they need to be. If not, if they're a sealed maintenance-free battery, you don't have to worry about that. They're fine. Keep them clean or clean them up if they need to be cleaned. You don't want to put them away for storage when they've got grease and grime all over them. So that's an easy cleanup. Just spritz them down with something soapy, rinse it off with water. You're not going to hurt them. And then either charge them on a schedule or put a maintainer on them if you don't want to worry about the schedule. And again, these maintainers can be left on, any of them, left on, hooked up, plugged in 24/7 year-round. You don't have to worry about any kind of schedule with any of them. And also, all of the maintainers will come with either ring terminals, or actually I should say they will come with both ring terminals and little clips, little battery clips like you'd find on a battery charger, so that if you want to take the terminals and attach them with a ring terminal, attach them permanently to the battery terminals, the cables on the vehicle, you can do that, and you'll have a plug on the end of a little pigtail, and that'll plug into the lead on each one of these. So you can move the maintainer around from vehicle to vehicle if you want, with just having pigtails hanging off the battery on the that's permanently mounted. It just gives you a little bit more flexibility in how to use these, so that you could do that. And then if you want to put it on another one and use the battery clips, you can unplug it, plug the battery clips onto it, put on another one for a while, whatever you want to do. They all have that flexibility. Maintainers are a good investment if you have expensive batteries. It's about the last thing there's to say about that. That's the overview on winter battery maintenance for seasonal use batteries. And if you have any questions about it, you can give us a call at PLP Battery Supply or check out plpbattery.com. And I'm Rick, and we'll talk to you later.